All right, people. Wake up. Good morning, Vietnam. Shout out to Robin Williams. He was a good actor. He was a great actor. Man, they don't make them like that no more. You know what I mean? It's the thing about acting today is it's all about the looks. It's not about like your skill in performance, unfortunately. Well, that's been that way for a long time, but like your real old like actors of the day, of the era, that go back a ways and a ways and a ways. Anyways, title of this live stream is, what does it say? It says Abe is tit for tat, not Kit Kat or Crafty Cat. So we're going to go over here today a little bit, and so I'm making my long range back home. Is this? So I was going to turn back there. The whole funny thing here. Actually, I gotta go this way. The whole funny thing here is about all this is people that, and don't get me wrong, I see this on both sides. Men and women both do this alike. Like I've always said, some men are not gentlemen. Some women are not ladies, which is true. Very, very true. So, but the thing about it is, and the thing that people need to know before you come to me to try to like be the shining white knight for somebody who has me blocked because they run their mouth and talk shit about me, which opens the door, the floodgates wide open for me to say whatever I want in return. That's one thing I always wanted that Queen Wasp for, and people, not just her, but a lot of these people they'll bring these people up on their panels, and they'll let them talk shit and run their mouth. It's their channel. They can do whatever they want. Do not get me wrong. I am nobody to tell these people how they can't talk. Good morning. Who they can't bring on their panels or what they can say. They can say whatever they want to say, whether I like it or don't like it or approve or disapprove of it. I'm sure I'm the last person in the world that they're going to look for approval from, right? Right. So, but at the same token, when I go live on my channel or get on anyone else's channel that will have me on and actually allow me to say my piece or pieces, well then guess what? That's what they're going to get. You can't sit there and shame me because I decide to respond to people talking shit and running their mouth on the internet. That does not work. Those are incompatible terms, you see. Cannot compute. Insufficient data. Number 5 alive. Okay. So yes, when you talk shit about me, I am going to respond. I'm not going to go live right then and there and just, have a complete meltdown. I don't do that. I never have. But I will go live when I'm good and ready. And I will definitely respond in my own way. That's how, okay, so again, if you talk shit about somebody, like for example, you know who I'm talking about. 420 talking shit about me. Let's see, I can go that way, can't I? I don't know if I can or not. But anyways, no, I can't. If you talk shit, okay, 420's talking shit about me. She called me a PDF simp as a last-ditch effort when she got triggered. She got mad at me. So then she figures, let's just do the default thing and let's just call him a PDF simp. Well, I was there. Where were you? I would just trust me. I was there. And then sitting there regurgitating word for word what she's heard from people like Bedtime Clown. She rolls with Hebrew Hammer Operator. Well, Hebrew pulled that same stunt with me a couple of years ago also. Yes, he did. He knew that Rick Productions dude, that people were making everlasting gobstopper sock accounts of me, and apparently going in that guy's chat when he was on the air, when he was on YouTube. I don't even know if that guy's still on anymore, and I really don't give a damn. So, here's where I want to be. So, anyways, I'm taking this, I'm not hearing, hope you guys can hear me in the country here. But anyways, so yes, where was I? Just lost my train of thought because I'm on the road here, see. Driving's a little more important than talking about drama on the internet. All right, there we go. Now I'm where I want to go, I think. Yep, this is where I want to be. Anyways, so, having said that, before we had hashtags like we do now, you could make a sock account of whatever the fuck, don't swear on my channel, you wanted, whoever you wanted to, however you wanted to. You could replicate anybody's channel, and unless you had a mod wrench, or you were you had that one app that lets you click, it was a paid subscription app. It was only $2 a month. No, I'm gonna pop a wheelie. Hang on a second here. So, just a minute here. Anyways, that's where I want to go. Where was I at? I gotta get zinged around back here. Let's do a U-turn. There we go. Basically, what I was at was, people made sock accounts. Big surprise. And they could easily get away with it. And it was very hard, if not near impossible, to find the links to the sock accounts, unless you were either a moderator or you knew a moderator, because they took that away from us. So yes, her Hebrew Operator used to do that to me. I don't know if he was. I know he made a bunch of sock accounts. I don't know if he was the actual. I don't know if he was the one responsible for doing that. But he was definitely the one who would sit there and try to screw with me and try trolling me, saying, "Oh, see there," and him and even Exile 1. I remember that panel. I do. I'm never gonna forget that panel. Why would I? You know what I mean? Why would I? So, anyways, but fact being as it may, people they just love to rewrite history and all this stuff. And I want to go this way, I think. Or not that way. Okay. I know where I'm going now. Yes. All right. So anyways, there's a lot, people like to do that. They'll always do that. And I get so fed up with it. It's so like 1990s AOL chat room shit. Where everyone just, they'll try to sit there and gaslight you. And they got nothing else to go with, and they'll try to sit there and paint you something that you're not. And knowing 420 Moon, who hung around a lot of these kind of trolls, who dox people and shit like that, she accused Stabby Shade of doxing her kids. Okay, so she wants to try to go at me at this angle. We'll do it right back. It's tit for tat. So I'm sitting here going like, she sat here for the longest time screaming that Stabby did this to her. And then Stabby goes up on Golden Boy Reports channel, and he asked her that direct question, and she answered it. Now, 420 could argue that's not true. And I wouldn't sit there and this is where the trouble you get into. This is where the trouble you run into. And we saw this with Dulcie Betty and COVIDs a couple of years ago. He went around for that. Something else that's 420 Moon was not around for. So I'm sure I was there. I know what happened. I can't tell you, but let me just go ahead and repeat word for word what other people said, and just, I was there. Trust me, I was there. Where were you? Where were you not? So I responded to her. I'm in a community tab, which is still there to this day, and I'll ask the question on my very own channel. Now, 420 will never go on a panel. You will never see her get on a panel. She will not do it. It's just not in her vocabulary. She'll get in VC, or at least she used to, because even Stabby's like, well, I didn't know that. Like, yes, she used to get in Hebrews servers VC. And I talked to her at least 2 or 3 times. One time, she went she sat there screaming at me on a panel, and I'm trying to remember what all this was about. Oh, she was trying to insinuate that I was autistic or something. The Bedtime Clown and Rick Crude started that one about 4 years ago. Rick Crude, if he has a high school diploma, I absolutely cannot blame the system for failing him. Because if I was one of his educators, trust me, if I would have survived that school year with him as one of mine, I would demand hazard pay. Okay. That's numero uno. Numero 2, I would definitely tell the principal of that school, any of those schools that he went through, that this kid is getting a C and see you later, because I'm not dealing with him another year. This is not happening. He's not getting flunked. I don't care if he can't spell basic words. I don't care if a 3rd grader could put him to shame, okay? It's just, I don't get paid enough to deal with this one. Not even for the year I'm stuck with him, okay? Now, in that instance, if I had a lot of time built up, trust me, I'd be taking a whole extended periods of time off. It would be substitute teacher galore. I can only envision what he was like, and I just choose not to. I just want to blank that one out of my mind. Now, 420 Moon, I asked her this question and she didn't answer. She blocks me, and then she's using Cajun Brandy, of all people, to try to go at me, as acting like the moral compass out here. So I had a little return comment for Cajun Brandy on the Settlements channel live stream last night, nevertheless. But let's finish with 420 first. I said, 420 Moon, you're telling us that you have kids, okay? I mean, good for you. I'm happy for you. That's good to know you have a family of your own. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that have their own families, and good shout out to them. There you go. Shout out to you too. But my question for you is this. If you're so adamant, which is good, do not get me wrong, it's excellent that you want to protect the anonymity of your family. Your kids, your husband, whoever, okay? You want to keep them safe from their identities getting known online, knowing this, right? Well, then what the hell are you doing hanging around a bunch of sadistic, deranged, demented trolls that do this kind of shit, that dox families, that stop at nothing short? If what Stabby said is correct, if what she said is true, and I have not seen any rebuttal from 420 on this one. Of course, I really don't keep tabs on her content. I never really have. But occasionally somebody say, hey, check this video out. It's on 420, it's a clip. And of course, she speeds up the audio, so you got to turn it down. Although people don't realize that altering the audio, even in its entirety, if you're playing the same clip, even if you alter the video, the actual image, it's not a foolproof guarantee that you're not going to get copyright struck, because you can, and you can still lose it. When Flying Monkey was around, she did just that. When I did a video of her, and this is like 2 years later, she actually copyright struck it, took it down. I clipped her on a channel known as Nuckin' Futz Paranormal. I know Lee Ty here in the chat would remember her. I'm sure 420 was there then too. She'll give you the lowdown on that one. She'll have to go to Hebrew Operator first, or whoever, to try to get the lowdown. Unfortunately for her, he doesn't know anything about her either. So there is that. Bedtime Clown might be a better source of information, but probably not. Just saying. But my thing is, if you are going to be a spokesman, the voice of the community, to keep kids safe on the internet, I'm going to call you out when you're caught hanging out with trolls that do the opposite. Does that make any sense to you people at all whatsoever? Don't swear on my channel. It doesn't. It doesn't make any sense at all. AAA, would you disagree with what I just said? If you're going to get out here and scream at people, and she accused Stabby of doxing her kids for months and months and months and months. That's all we heard out of her. Only for Stabby to say, no, that's not what happened. Someone offered her that information, and she said no to it and declined it. Now, 420's got a rebuttal to it. By all means, 420 will not get on a panel. So let her type paragraphs in the chat or do something on her community tab or what the fuck ever. Don't swear on my channel. Does this make any sense at all to anyone? Rebel is... We'll move on. We'll talk to him I'll talk about him in just a minute here. We'll get to him. He's coming up. But at 420 Moon, you're a hypocrite. I'm sorry. You sat there screaming bloody murder. Stabby did this to me. She's a piece of shit. Don't swear on my channel. Because she did this. And what rebuttal do you have in response to that? She said that you got kicked from a server for doxing. At least one or two of them. At least one I know of. Does that make sense? Okay, so there you go. You're hanging around people that dox people, trolls. I have nothing to do with any of those people. I've known Hebrew Operator longer than all of you all literally put together. And I did not hang out with his fucking, don't swear on my channel, trolls. Does this make sense to you at all? Whatsoever? You know, I'm the kind of person that calls it out for what it is. If you don't like it, I'm sorry for you. You like Hillbilly Man? I mean, don't time him out. Let him stay. He can say what he wants. I definitely welcome people that are opposing or agreeing or non-partisan viewpoints on my channel. I really don't care. I like to have a garden variety of people that say, yeah, right, yeah, you're spot on, or you're wrong, you're dead wrong. Let me call you out. Let me come up with the most vague context I humanly possibly can to call you out for whatever, and then that'll be that. Let's see. Rick Crude is a piece of shit. Is there any disagree with me on Hillbilly Man? Would you disagree with me on that comment? Hang on a second here. Let me fix this. Would you disagree with me on that? I didn't even get a chance to read his comment. Rick Crude's a piece of shit. Period. Rick Crude made death threats against you too, I do believe. You can correct me on that one if you want to. Who hasn't even done this to? Rick Crude has said some horrendous shit about people's kids. Even Tyrant Bird. What's his name? What was that guy's name? That dude from Washington State. I believe he's from. There, Oregon, somewhere up there. Zero Xfinity. What the hell was this guy's name? He's the guy that, he was a little worm, and he would, DJ Moore. I used to call him DJ Horror. That guy. Rick Crude said some horrendous shit and made all kinds of just threats against him, and said some horrendous shit I wouldn't dare repeat about his kids too, if he has them. I don't know if he does or not, but if he does, it doesn't matter whether he does or doesn't. Rick Crude said some horrendous shit about him. I still got that clip. He had it up on his own channel, and then he took it down, but then I found it somewhere else. Rick Crude he's a piece of shit. This is what he does. So, you know, if you hang out with somebody like that, other than just to make fun of him, that is, like Capcom will go up there and run him off the panel doing his Ricky impersonation. I can't sit there and point the finger and hold somebody like accountable and say, listen, you're on a panel with, no, because Capcom's just having fun. He's making Rick look like the dummy, the fool that he is. And he didn't care about any of this shit. I'll be honest, I don't care about this shit. The whole fake cop thing that thing goes back to 4 years ago with me. Lady Eyes in my chat, it goes back to at least 5-6 years with her. Now we're going to talk about that for just a second, then we'll talk about Connie a little bit. So listen, what's his name? Shit. I had to maneuver around a whole bunch of freaking traffic and unexpectedly and take a scenic route on this wonky way. I got to go home from my job as a school janitor at the post office. Okay. Prime, you lost your, you tried to pull a slick willy on me there, dude. And what you did is you started knocking people out as I ended my live stream. Yes. Bye. All right. So anyways, you blew along and hit a cow when a lot of other people pulled your wrenches too, and some of them were even reluctant to do that, but you never knew when to quit. Anyway, back to the show. What we at here? So, Blackington, which is a badge maker, which, let's see, Ms. Joe knows about. I believe she was an EMT, or was she a medic? I don't know exactly what she did. But she did something for some kind of fire department somewhere, some point in time in her life. And no matter how much screaming panels did with her in the past, I never took that away from her. Why would what is the point? If you're arguing with somebody about some stupid bullshit on the internet, then if somebody actually has some credential and done some shit in their life professionally, and they have licensing for it, certifications, badges, all of the above are correct, then there is no point. It's going to do you no justice, or anyone else, to knock something they actually did. And so Miss Joe was back then, 4 years ago, and I'm not going to put words in her mouth, but she was very familiar with that name, Blackington. Blackington is the biggest badge maker in metals insignia for public safety and all kinds of shit in the entire world. Think about that for a second. The whole world. Forget about the country. This is the world. Okay, they make stuff globally. They make badges. They make the OPP badges in Canada. Okay? The Ontario Province Police. They make a lot of those badges up there in Canada for police and fire and medic. They do. So they make shit everywhere, all over the world. Right there, Prime, eh? So anyways, Blackington does not make novelty badges. I do not care what you got to say. They do not. You can order one of them, but it's going to prompt the vendor, wherever you ordered the thing from, to ask you for a credential with like for example, I don't know, an agency ID badge. That would be one of them. A letterhead from the agency that you are working for, affiliated with, to be authorized by them, through them, to make said, a personal or private purchase, known as like an officer's or a firefighter's second, a dupe badge. Unless it's for the agency directly. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something about the most popular badge that people try to buy and order through that Blackington badge company. Oh, damn. Nightbot gotcha, Prime. Some bitch. So, the most popular badge that people have tried to order since its foundation is Homeland Security badges, federal ones. It has this seal that's got the cool looking blue eagle thing on it with the shield or whatever it is, and it says U.S. Department of Homeland Security in block letters. And they'll try to get badges with their, whatever on them that's DHS related. And those badges get denied almost every time, except for people that have the proper creds to be able to purchase those. Like authorized through the federal government in this case. So, and if you don't take my word for it, you can go ask them yourself. Contact any vendor that deals with their products that they make, and ask them if what I said is true or not, because it is. People want authentic, replicated, mega rare, hardest to get shields and stars and all that kind of insignia, because it sells. You can purchase that shit. You can buy a badge like that for like $150, $200 or whatever it is, and you can sell that thing for like $3,000. Okay, even $1,000, you're making double your money. So it is, it's comes to no surprise that any sort of a police memorabilia, like a novelty badge seller, would want to get their hands on stuff like that. But there's a catch-22 to that, okay? There's a federal statute out there that prohibits a lot of that shit ever after 9/11. I can't cite it, but it's a U.S. code, a USC, and it outlines the reproduction of law enforcement badges, under some sort of a federal statute. It regulates or restricts it. And that's why the badges you see on like television and in Hollywood are stamped. They're hallmarked on the back reverse side of it. It'll say movie prop, and they'll have a serial number on there, so that the production company that bought a replica badge for a police department or fire department or what the fuck ever, don't swear on my channel, has some sort of access control of those movie props so that they don't fall in the wrong hands. And then somebody tries to, I don't know, slide through an airport using a fake federal credential or law enforcement badge or whatever. There's my buddy. Paulie, that's not true, and you know it. So I'm going to take that comment out. There you go. All right. So, anyways, that's a comment that will get removed. Did Bird or Steph send you this morning? Just curious. Asking for a friend, like old Huckleberry used to say. Asking for a friend. Liliana, what's going on? Welcome to our evil air. Anyways, that's what I have to say about that. So as far as a badge credit that I have shown on my tab, which are directly linked to me, you're not going to be able to buy one of those. You'll be able to buy it. You can order it, but then it's going to get locked up. The order is going to get put on hold, and then they're going to ask you for whatever said credentials that you are authorized to make this purchase. And if you don't, then they're going to cancel your order, usually within 24 to 48 hours, and they're going to refund your money. They're very stingent about because they put their name on that stuff. And the last thing they want is somebody going out robbing banks, using fake FBI and Homeland Security and police and sheriff's badges and whatever to get access to their vaults and things like that. And all of that, anything like that, at all. You don't want some foreign spy to abduct any of these scientists that have gone missing from like Los Alamos and all these other top secret government labs and stuff like that. You've seen some of the stories in the news. I know it's all speculation, but you wouldn't want somebody taking a fake Fed credential badge or police badge and flashing that at one of them, and then using it to trick them to think they're a good guy when they're really a bad guy. And then take them abduct them. Anyways, beat information out of them about our deepest government secrets. Shout out to the Illuminati. Do you guys remember a guy named Mark Dice? I remember this guy from a long, long time ago. And this guy, you got to give this guy some credit. Whether he's playing the part or he's just bat crazy, or both. This guy would troll. He would flood call a lot of these. Like Sean Hannity was one of them. And he would call these people up, or CNN, like some of the people around there. A lot of these anchors, these heavyweights, they do these national radio shows, or at least they used to. Sure, some of them still do, probably on like satellite radio now. AM ancient modulation is sort of a dying breed. Long, long time ago. So, where is Rebel? Well, no, he probably does. We'll get into that in just a minute. Is he in? I don't see him in my chat. Do you? Am I missing something? I don't think I am. So anyways, where are we at here? We're talking about bodges. Bodges? We don't need no stinking bodges. Wait a minute. Just a minute. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe we should go get some bodges. So where was I talking? Oh, yes. I forgot. The hell was I talking about? So people curse me till hell freezes over. I don't care. I'm sure if you asked Ms. Joe if she considers me a deep, close, personal friend, I'm sure she'd laugh you out of town. But she did know what a Blackington badge was, and she did know all about that. And she knew that those are authentic badges. They're not ones you buy out of you don't get them in the toy aisle at Walmart or Target. Like the one Rick showed, the little toy badge. I recognized that little shield instantly. I says, that is a replica police shield that I got in a little toy set when I was 7 or 8 years old. And it came with a little cap gun. It came with plastic handcuffs. And it came with this little, it's metal. It's very thin metal, but it's a little metal badge that says police officer on it. A little tiny, it's like a New York NYPD kind of style shield. And I still have it to this day. And how old is that thing? Let me do the math here. 1980, was it 88 or 89? One of those 2 years I got that for my birthday or something. That was my birthday. And I still, of course, the other toys broke a long as Don't Swear on My Channel time ago. But I did keep the little metal badge. And I think, I don't know what color, I think mine is silver. I don't know, it's either silver, I think it's gold, I think. Whatever color Rick had, the one he had is the opposite from mine. But it's the same exact replica little toy badge. So there's that. Let's see here. You guys, I know we're on one about Rebel. We'll move on to him. I know you guys want me to. So bad. But Connie there, when Brett, when he was doing a show last night, he was replaying a 2020, not the news show, but an actual 2020 panel with him on there and all these other guys. The big thing I got out of that, and I would assume, although assuming it starts with an ASS for a very valid reason, of course, is this: Rebel has not had a job. He's not been a college student, had a job for at least that we know of, and I guarantee a lot longer than that. Over 6 years, people. Over 6 years. Now, he's hedging his bets, yes, on getting this Social Security disability income. So the problem is he's applied for it I don't know how many times he's applied for it before, and gets denied every single time. And whether or not he has an ambulance chasing attorney or not, the thing about this is he's hedging his bets on winning this disability. Now, here's the catch-22 to that. What if he does not win his disability? He might win it, guys. How many people were screaming, shouting out that he was going to be found guilty over that whole debacle at that courthouse when he had a complete breakdown and he was lying there on the steps or whatever, and those bailiffs all circled him, and then he went up. Then he got how many criminal charges was he given? 2 or 3 charges or something shit like that, and he was acquitted of every single one of them. So you just never know how these things are going to turn out, guys. You never know. You don't. No, you don't. I didn't even read Hillbilly Man's comment. That was really him. Can I go back that far? Hang on. I'm parched right now. I'm not driving. John Henzo, what Ricky actually said, because you keep making threats about going to different people's homes. And Rick said if you dare show up at his place uninvited, that he would stand his ground. Well, Rick's a fucking idiot, Hillbilly Man. He's like Huckleberry, the one that, used to hang out with. Black Rose still does. Okay, let me highlight. Let me talk about this. He only made that one comment, and that looks like it's really him. Hope you're doing well there, Batty. So the only thing I've got in response to that comment is, do you guys remember when I had that pizza from Pizza Hut that I had delivered to his house that one time? You remember that? That was a good 2.5 years ago at least. That happened after I sent the red headphones to Connie, to Rebel's house. But it was maybe like within a year, I would say. Within a year? Does that sound about accurate? I'm going to tell you something. I coughed over some money in that pizza for a guy who's a school janitor at the post office. Okay? That was a big New Yorker pizza, guys. That was the big New Yorker. That is a kick-ass pizza. I love that pizza. Now, it's made so you can fold it. Like, if you're at Sparrow's Pizza at the mall, Sparrow's Pizza is just like it. But the Pizza Hut version, Pizza Hut, I'm sorry, Sparrow's outwins you. I'm sorry. They do. I had Sparrow's Pizza in a very long time, but last time I had it, Pizza Hut's way better. I give a shout out to Pizza Hut for fast food pizza, guys. Their Big New Yorker is I'm glad they brought it back again. I am so glad. You get it with pepperoni, onion. What do you get it with? Some diced peppers. Oh yeah, they're so sweet. Get some mushroom on there. I don't care for fast food pizza, sausage, or hamburger, so ixnay that out of the equation. But you can get yourself a pretty killer pizza. I'm telling you. And the one thing I hate about it is the breadsticks cost just as much as damn pizza does. Screw that. I'm just going to get 2 pizzas. I'm not going to get... Why am I going to spend $7 and 6 breadsticks? Easiest, cheapest thing to make. And I can spend $1.50 more and get a second Big New Yorker pizza. At least one topping on it. Why would you not? Why would you not? You have leftovers forever. So anyways, back to story. I sent him a Big New Yorker pizza, and he is such a hard ass, just like Huckleberry's not. That he was grumbling to get to his back gate because he went live. I got that thing downloaded somewhere, by the way. You know something he did not have in his hand when he opened that gate to confront that whoever it was? He didn't know who. He had no clue who it was. Oh no, wait. He did know who it was because the delivery driver called him on the phone because he was trying to figure out how to get him his pizza. So yes, he did know who it was, but he didn't have. You didn't see any pow pow in his hand there. He wasn't packing he had no gun on him. See, he's taking shit. He apparently learned his lesson the first time with the other pizza guy. He probably didn't want to chance it with the next one. See what I'm saying? There you go. And I actually Cash App that delivery driver guy, and he was like scared shitless about with this. Like, he's a big teddy bear. Don't let him fool you. Do not let this guy fool you. He talks it. And Rick was even shooting the shit with that pizza guy afterwards. Yes, he was. So I tipped that pizza. I spent like $26 on that pizza or some shit like that with delivery. And then I actually, what I did is I Cash App that driver $20 to his Cash App. Guys, I spent like $50 on that whole thing. So he left the pizza down, and Rick's like, yeah, these red fire ants got on it and shit like that. And I didn't eat it. I threw it all away, and I finally got him to admit that he ate it. That him and his dog Cinnamon ate it. And yes, they did. So he didn't have a gun in his hand. Huckleberry, anybody shows up to my front door, I'm just gonna blast away. Yeah, good luck with that one. It's you blow somebody to smithereens who knocks or rings your doorbell. I mean, unless they're like armed to the hill, ready to do a full home invasion on you, good luck with that. Even a Castle Doctrine state. Anyways, I swear to God, I talked about Rick Rude relentlessly the last time I did this. Anyways, I'm going to go and get me a Universal Life Church certificate. I don't know how much some things cost, but I'm going to get one, and I'm going to make myself an ordained minister through Universal Life Church. Hallelujah. Amen to that. Because it's the thing to do. It's the one only thing that little Ricky there has actually said or gotten right that he actually did. Okay? The rest of it's all smoke-killed coffeehouse crap. But that he did not lie about. He's telling the truth. He did get himself a certificate through Universal Life Church, and I think it's hanging on his wall. If there's a high school diploma on there is debatable, but it could be. Not I could be. It could be. Send storms my way. No, I don't want any storms, Crafty Cat. I don't like summer. Okay, I do like summer, but I don't like summer. I don't like it when it's like 99 degrees and freaking 99.9999999% humidity. If I want that, I'll go to Florida. Okay, I'll go down there. But I just know. I like summer when it's like if it's 70s, if it's the humidity's low, that's okay. Even if it's 80 degrees. But it gets too freaking hot in the summer. It becomes unbearable. You feel like you're a sticky piece of fly paper. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So anyways, what else is going on here? What else was I going to talk about this morning? But as far as that 420 goes, I told her she kissed my ass in my commute tab, because if you're going to go cry and act like and whip out your little violin there and say, oh, I've been stabbing you or making fun of me. Oh, woe is me. Oh, what would it be? What pieces of shit these people are for doing that? Oh, well, that's too bad for you, bitch. You're shit talking me. You started your shit with me. I did not start shit with you, and I'm going to finish it. I'm sorry if you don't like it, but that's tough nuggets. That's too bad. So sad. Don't start shit with me if you don't want me to do it back to you. It's that simple. That's it. You talk shit about me, I talk shit about you. That's it. If you want to call that stalking, like Dragon Classy Drama Tart, or blame Katie tried to pull with me, then be my guest. Go ahead. Ain't none of these bitches worth stalking. Anyway, in their own mind, in their own twisted minds, I guess they might be. But there ain't no bitch on here worth stalking. Anyways, where was I at here? So again, she called me a PDF supporter, And she sat there and lied her ass off, saying, "Oh, I was there. Oh, I saw it." They're basically reciting literally verbatim what Bedtime Clown and Hebrew Operator had once said. And these people, yes, they did. And I'm like, yeah, we've not heard this one before. So, anyways, I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you were not there. Tell me what panel that happened on. I'm waiting. These people try so desperately to basically to label people all kinds of shit, and there's no context to it. None whatsoever. Just take my word for it. Well, then everybody else is saying it, so that must be true. No, the fuck it's not. Okay? No, it's not. Just because people say shit on the internet does not make it true. I'm sorry for you. None of these mofos I would want serving on a traffic ticket. In traffic court. Hell no. Not only a small claims court, even for $1. I would not, these people, if that is your mentality, that what people say on the internet is true, and if the vast majority, in other words, the status quo, the, what do you call it? The majority rules, the popular vote wins, well, then I would not want you on any jury at all. None whatsoever. Because that's not how jurors are allowed to evaluate evidence on who's the most. Why do you think jurors get sequestered? Why do they get sequestered? Anybody know what that means? Well, that means the jury basically gets isolated. They don't get to mingle out in public, and they get put up in these hotel rooms and shit like that under strict guidelines, and not allowed to sit there and watch media because they don't want a biased outcome, particularly of a high profile case. So they don't want people that have that kind of mentality. No. If you want to get out of jury duty, that's probably the best way to do it, to be honest with you. Just say, yep, whatever I hear and see out there in YouTube land, oh, that's it. That's it in a nutshell. It's true. Yes, it is. It's factual. Yupper-ooly. That's I'm telling you. Yes, it is. So, no, I'm sorry, it's not. So, whether it's popular or not, it does not make it true. I'm sorry for you. Again, no, it doesn't. It doesn't work that way. For fuck's sake, don't swear on my channel. Oh, my God. I can't. I'm outside here right now. I just got done working 12 hours as a school janitor at the post office. Isn't that hilarious how people came to that conclusion? Well, Abe spoke at a school board meeting 21 fucking, don't swear on my channel, years ago. So that right there, that's it. He's a school janitor. That's it. We got him now, guys. Boy, it's Coitens for you, Coitens. You're busted, buddy. No, and no some more. But for all practical purposes, yes, I am a school janitor at the United States Postal Service. Yes, I am. Does that make sense? I have the best of both worlds, local and federal government. And that, king me, Mike Cerrone. King me. Biatch. All right, Patriots up in the house. YouTube is nothing but it's chock full of misinformation. But I just chimed that in there. Misinformation! Exclamation point. Believe what you will is a fool's errand. I'll call it a fool's gold. A pyrite. Fool's gold. Okay. People on this God-forsaken, God-fearing, because I am a God-fearing man. Yes, I am. And pretty soon, I plan to become an ordained minister myself. Well, I should probably do it the legal way in my state. Most states, you got to go through a church, and they do it for free. You take a class, and it's like like an afternoon or evening or some shit like that. You go through a class, and then they get your certificate, and then you take it to your Secretary of State's office or something like that. I think it's usually your county clerk or state, whatever it is. Whoever you send a copy of that to goes on file that you did this class and that you're sponsored by this church of any denomination. And then it goes on the books. And now you can start to marry. You can start to do marriage licenses and eulogies and all kinds of shit like that for people, other than family. And whatever. It doesn't cost you one red cent, not one dime. In most cases, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Anyways, and I should go do that. And we could do a hell of a sermon here on YouTube, right on my very own channel. I'm telling you guys, the pews will be packed. The pews will be packed. All right. So, anyways, why does everybody keep? Where is Rebel? Who's Rebel? Which counts Rebel? I don't see him. Which counts Rebel? Come on, guys. I don't see Meth Brew in here anywhere. Where am I missing? I mean, he's got me blocked, like Google blocked. So there is that. There is definitely that. I mean, there's a small handful. 420 Moon is the latest, as far as I know, that got blocked me. CC Truck 17 blocked me. Aussie Manda blocked me. And whatever. I mean, Rick Crude, I think Rick Crude blocked me because he didn't. Every time I tag his bitch ass, he didn't even notice it anymore. They say he was going to do it anyway. He's an E-thug like that. Huckleberry, she got me blocked. Boy, losing sleep over that one. TOS, June 16th is Rebel. Oh, is that you, really? Is that you? Is that you? Well, listen, I'm going to give you some advice, okay? And I gave you credit, dude. I gave you credit because everybody that kept screaming that you were going to get all these convictions and you were going to go to do some hard jail time, they were going to stretch you out in the rack and boil you in oil and put you up in front of the firing squad down in the dungeons, the cellar of the medieval castle of Massachusetts. Don't forget about Salem, burning them witches at the stake. That he actually came out smelling like a rose in that one. Yeah, he did. I'm giving him that. So you guys, again, y'all have no idea how this shit's going to turn out. You do not. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to listen to me. No, I don't give a shit if you listen to me or you don't. Unblock me, Rebel. I tried to send you a couple $2. You had $2 the other day, and I forget you blocked me on Cash App long time ago. You can't be that desperate for donos, my guy. You can't be that desperate for donos if you got me blocked. What's her name's Brett and who else? Was it Tonic or somebody else? I don't know. Got some, wired him like a buck a piece, and he got it. I tried to tie that, okay, between them two guys. I tried to topple that with $2. You'd have had $4 in your wallet there, burr. But you got me blocked. Blocked me. So I can't send you dono. Can't send you dono. I sent you more money than Bird ever did. You do know that. Yes, I did. I didn't say you were near bedtime, Clown sent you. No. Could scratch the surface of that one. But as soon as Bird, he did wisen up. But the problem is, here's the problem. Every time he tries to go and hate bond with Bird and Steph and Paulie Crispy, and them three, or Huckleberry. I think he finally learned his lesson with her, though. I think he finally had it with her. I hope so. What did she ever not do for him? But my point is, I don't know, maybe get weed people tyrant bitches, leave them alone. I don't know, maybe that. But again, maybe not. Once she got mad at him, then they started blasting him in videos again. I remember that. I do remember this. Yes, I do. Just like yesterday. Swear to God, not at him. But here I am, trying to send him $2 the other day. I tried them $2, and it said, nope, not gonna happen. It was like, wah, 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 wah. The what was it called? Price is Right buzzer. When you get it wrong, that's what it felt like. Man, I'm bummed out. He's always got me blocked, Google blocked on his channel. But he's got me blocked on his Cash App. For all he knows, I could have tried to send him $200 a couple days ago, and he'd have had a smorgasbord with that. But you didn't get it because you blocked me. You blocked me. See? I tried so hard to be this dude's friend. I sure as shit did. Yes, I did. And the very first time I got in his chat, the very first time, back 4 years ago, in good old 22, shout out to 2022, but I got in his chat and I said, all I did was say hi to this guy. For the very first time, I said, hi, Rebel. How you doing? All I did was give him a shout out. I said, hey, hi, how's it going? First long time listener, first time caller. Hello. Boom, you get blocked. I got blocked. He blocked me like instantaneously. I tried 3 or 4 different channels. Boom, block. block. I'm like, son of a bitch, block. I'm like, fucking A, don't swear on my channel. He blocked me. He accused me of being a spy because Tonkin Sales and I think a couple others, but particularly that guy, was in his chat. I don't know, just had put about 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 50 comments in there. I don't know. And so here I come along and I said, hi, bam, block. I mean, shit, just like that. That was the very first encounter I had with this dude. The very first time I talked to him, he blocked me. And that was the beginning of an everlasting gobstopper friendship with Rebel City Sports Dorks, and all the rest of it. Coffee with Rebel, you name it, we had it. And I seriously tried so hard to be his friend. I wanted to show him that not everybody is out to get him. Okay? I was trying to get him to come around and just chill out, instead of just going ballistic on people on online. Let's just do this. Let's just hang out. It's like when I got up there when that Jesus cow was up there. Jesus cow was just hanging out. Okay, he was just doing whatever. He wired him. What he wired him? Like he wired you like $100. $100 got on your panel, and you let me get on there for free, and we're just hanging out. Hey, what's going on, Sam? Sam, I am Marine Eggs and Ham. What is with Terrytopia 2.0? What is this? What is that guy's major malfunction? I have seen him talking about people's families and kids over on Andy Cruz. The hell's going on with this dude? Is he on another meltdown? Dang, man! I'm like, this is what really? Anyways, I don't know the full context to it. He was gaining some serious traction though. He did, because he was going at Save Robbie. He was going to save Robbie, and apparently he got struck. He admitted that on Andy Cruz. I knew it. I just knew it. And Kovic was not gonna open up on that one. That's his buddy. See, that's his buddy. He was not about to let that rabbit out of the hat on that one. But yes, Terry got struck, and he took all those videos down. He was doing on Save Robbie, and that was it, man. He was one and done. Now he just gets up on Andy Cruz and spurgs out. That's all he does. That's all he does. I'm like, dude, the hell? Dude, he tried so hard with you and me, Sam. Both of us. We share that in common. We are lifers now because Terrytopia tried so desperately riding our coattails to make something out of that channel, and it was when a tree falls and no one's around to see or hear it. I do feel sorry for him, And he got handed a lot of shit on his slate all at the same time. But then he goes and shits on everybody else. Everybody else. He let what is his name? The hell's this guy's? Gas Control Rich, Queef Control, same guy. He let that guy get in his chat and call me a PDF file multiple times. And he gave him a wrench, and I didn't care less about that. Hell, he's got a wrench in my channel. Both of them do, actually. But he highlights the comments, and he reads it off, and he's like, well, that's the price of free speech. Somebody in my chat earlier, Paulie Crispy, made a disgusting slanderous comment at somebody else, and I'm like, no, you're not getting away with that. Make your presence known. Mark your fire hydrant on my channel all you want to, but you're not going to run around and call people shit like that. That's not true. We're not doing that. Sorry. All I do is at least comment. That's all I do. You can get timed out. Probably should time him out. But I'm like, you're not doing it. I haven't seen him. He's still there. He's still there. I asked Bird on Shivas, are you done calling me PDF file, Bird? Are we done with this now yet, or are we going to continue? He didn't answer that question. I got screenshots all. I can put it up if you want. Fucking A. Swear on my channel. I just did. So if I did get a job and was able to work, these people would stop at nothing to take it away. Let's not kid ourselves. Okay, let me help you out here with that. Put all of our shit aside for 1 minute, Connie. Put it all aside. I don't see any of the Sharon Watchdogs in my channel at all right now. None of them. At least I don't think so. So, at least the common ones. They're not here. Let's talk about this for just a second here. Okay. I'm going to be nice to you, dude. Rebel City. When people found out that I used to work at Rockford University, what do you think they did? They started flood calling the shit out of it. Yes, they did, emailing them. But it did no good at all whatsoever because I hadn't already, by that point, I had not worked there for over 3 years. Remember, this is over 3 years ago now. And it had no effect on me whatsoever. In fact, I had caught wind that the policy at the Human Resources department was literally rewritten because of people doing that to me. So there you go. But how to handle a bunch of trolls flood calling the internet. That's not true either. So, but the point is, they could not. I have been working the job that I am at right here, right now, since I've been back on here. Well, no, not entirely. Well, yeah, actually, yeah, I have. Back in 2022, and I'm still working that job today, 4 years later. Okay, and there are don't kid yourself, Rebel. Do not kid yourself. There is a shite ton of people out here that would love to know where I work at. They'd love to know where I live at so they could fuck with me some more. And guess what? I, being the wiser man, have taken drastic measures to make sure that's not going to happen. At least not yet. Stay tuned, people. People, stay tuned. So, they call me a school janitor. And then they say I work at the post office. So how many flood calls do you think the post office got on me about now? You guys want to get, literally probably guessing jelly beans in a very large, very, very large, abnormally sized, in excess jelly bean jar. Quite literally. I'll guarantee you that. Nobody knows who the hell Sam Hill is, so there's that. Sam's never been doxxed. As far as I know, the picture that people put up on him is fake. As far as I know. So how can you say that? You can't. It's always the go-to. Always the go-to. Isn't it? Isn't it? See, this is... Who taught you to do... Was it Bird? Was it Huck? Was it a combination of the above? That taught you to call everybody a PDF file because you get mad at them. Come on now. Come on. If somebody does it to you, well then okay. You know, call them out for it. But the point is, when you get mad, just because you get mad at somebody, what has Sam Hill done to you? What's he done? Terry runs from this guy. He runs from him. But anyways, I swear to God, again, not at him. So, Rebel, you should unblock people from your channel so we can all hang out together again, have like one big happy family. Why do you think that people have nowhere to go when you go live because you got them all blocked? So, of course, they're going to go on Blues Live. Of course, they're going to go on Richard Chase because they actually have a voice there. They can not get timed out and hidden, well, like you do. You know how many enemies are on my channel that can say whatever the hell they want to? You know how many of them? How many? Oh, a shit ton of them. A shit ton. Anyways, Nemesis, are you watching this? Buddy, are you watching this? He's like, well, who is see you soon at your house anyway? Who is that idiot? Nobody cares about that guy. Nobody watches him. He's sitting there talking. Well, I don't have. You know, he was sitting there complimenting Bird for a few minutes, to some extent, and then sitting there dissing him the next, not even realizing it's the same guy. Oh my God! I swear to God, Abe 2.0. So, what does that even mean? What's that mean? If there ever was a time to have a panel, I would have done it now. I would have absolutely done it now. And I will let him get on my panel. I'll let all of you all get on my panel. We can have a one big happy family. We have a grand old time. Great time. Anyways, let's see here. I don't really have a whole lot else to talk about. It's been an hour, and I'm not going to go 4 hours in this thing. Sorry. That's not going to happen. It has been a fun show, but it's not a panel. I appreciate that. I do. But this isn't a panel. This is the bare bones of YouTube mobile lock, stock, and barrel live. And it's all because as I'm bebopping around driving from town to town, up and down if I'm going to do this, I got to do this right. Maybe if you've ever wondered whatever became of me. I'm living on the air in Cincinnati. How am I doing, guys? Cincinnati, WKRP. Got tired of packing and unpacking. Town to town, up and down the dial. Maybe you and me were never meant to be. Just maybe think of me once in a while. I'm at WKRP in Cincinnati. Boom, boom. I know I sucked at that. I've been sitting here talking to you guys for over an hour, okay? My voice is a little hoarse. Somebody clip that, please. Somebody clip that. But anyways, where was I at here? But I just sang you a song, and you all ignore me. He stole my show, and that's fine. More power to you, dude. The more power to you. Funny Amateur Aquatic Addiction, AAA. All those women you hang out with in Discord, none of them would ever pay you any mind. Abe, shut up and run Sam off. No, I'm not going to run Sam off this channel. Hell no. Sam I am green eggs and ham. Sam and I don't even have to hate bond to drive Terry nuts. So there's that. Serious question. Rick call 911 discuss Lady Di. And John, seriously? Come on, buddy. You can better than that. You know better than that. Are you out there, Lady Di? Are you out there? Are you selling autographs to Black Rose, Rick Rude, Lisa B, I guess Preston? I guess And I don't even have a dog in this fight, but I'm just simply saying that they talk about it relentlessly. I don't know. I'm sure she talks about them bad. Again, talk about me, I talk about you. There, you're there. Okay. Can you answer John Henzo's question? He wants to know if Rick Cruz ever called 911 on you to talk about the Plainfield tornado on August 28th of 1990. Who would be better to answer that question than you? Go ahead. Floor is yours. I could answer that question easy, but I'm not going to. See, I'm not going to. Anyways, where are we at here? Yes, there you go. Is your answer? Yes. Let me elaborate on that a little bit. Let me elaborate on that just a little bit. Rebel got mad at you and doxed your phone number because he couldn't get at me. Rebel, I have I got 2 phone numbers. One of them's already out there. Give me a call sometime. We'll have a jolly time. We'll be the bros, man. We'll hang out. We'll kick it. All right. So Tornado Saturday. That doesn't sound like fun. Not fun unless you. I always wanted to drive through a tornado. Wouldn't that be fun? Like a really weak one. That'd be fun. I'd like that. I'd like to do that sometime. And live to talk about it. That is. Let me see here. I hang out in VC when I am at work. ... Something you wouldn't know about ... A wife or work ... There's your response, Rebel. There it is, Connie. All right. So, anyways, where are we at here? Crafty, you guys make the best ice resurfacing machines in the world. Made by Olympia, not Zamboni. Zambonis are made in California, and they're shit. They're shit equipment. They're junk. I speak from experience because I was a Zamboni driver. Yes, I was. They got the best ice edgers and the best ice resurfacers in the world. They purr like cats. They run smooth as silk. I love them, but they're a lot more expensive, you see. And the Zambonis are a lot more boxy, and Olympia equipment's a lot more curved. Have you ever tried to change the blades, the horizontal blades on a Zamboni? Oh shit! Got some real heavy wood blocks for that. You really got to watch what you're doing, or your whole hand chop right off. Chop suey, slice it right off. Blades get sent off. I think it's the place in Chicago that does it for everybody, and they sharpen the blades. They go in this special wood rack, then you gotta screw them, bolt them down, and they gotta get drop shipped. It's a lot of money, people. You gotta grease those Zerks too. There's a bunch of them, a whole bunch of them. Anyways, there's a song about the Zamboni. Yes, there is. But it's pretty corny at that. That's why I don't advertise it. Okay, Rick Krug called Department of Homeland Security Investigations, HSI, in Washington, D.C., to bitch them out about me being a fake cop on the internet, Lady Di being a fake cop on the internet, and then to bitch them out about the Plainfield tornado. That is a fact check. I have that recording. That was done in April of 2023, to be exact. I could get you want a date? I'll go back and find the video. I will find that video. I knew then and there it was only a matter of time before I was going to get a call from them back, which I did, or a knock at the door. Either one of the two. One of the two. So he called lots of sheriff's departments, police departments, state agencies all over the country on both of us. Yes, he did. He did do that. Yes, he did. Because he's a little bitch. Anyways, because only the elitist of elites in the Mexican drug cartel, mafia, Aryan Brotherhood, Bandito Motorcycle Gang, the KKK, what else? Come on, people, what else? Would possibly call the cops and the FBI on somebody, right? Yeah, there is that. Hurry, damn do. It's fucking don't swear on my channel early for this. Fucking Friday. Wait, it's not Friday yet. It's Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday at that. But I cheated and I went there last night, so I'm not going to do that tonight. Not even tonight. So anyways, yes, Rick Crude's a cop caller. There's one video I got where he called the cops in Huckleberry to bitch them out about her crushing a truck that he was supposed to get. But that was actually Mr. Bach's truck, Andy's truck, not her truck. So there's that too. He called tribal police on Lisa B, and so did she, multiple times, trying to get her thrown out of her house and off the reservation because she was not native from the tribe. So therefore, it's Rick Crude and Huckleberry know the Indian. They're called resolutions. They call their laws like resolutions. So who would know better about Indian tribe laws, resolutions than Huckleberry and Rick Crude put together, right? So of course not. Nobody else. Nobody in the whole world. So they started flood calling there. And I got all that shit downloaded, all of it. It's juicy content. I'm telling you guys. But he's so dumb. He doxed his full legal name, his address, his phone number, all that shit. He did that multiple times. How do you think I knew where to send the pizza to? Anyways, I did. AC, you got shit for dropping off a pizza to the who were they again? I know who they are, but. Shit, somebody help me out here. Who did he drop a pizza off to? I remember this. This is like a year or so, maybe more than a year ago. Well, it was more than a year ago. But those guys, come on now, help me out here. The guy's like a freaking 6'9", 151, creepy, not creepy, but scary looking mofo. Like he would just knock you down. He would just stomp you in the ground. Squish you out like your little ant. But that guy, come on, somebody in the chat, tell me who the Thorpes. Yes, the Thorpes. Thank you very so. You win the golden prize. The Thorpes. Yes, he got shitted on for doing that. I sent a big New Yorker pizza to Rick Crude's house about 2 years ago now. I've got that video. I still have that video. And how do you think I had the phone number to give to the pizza delivery guy or for them? Because he gave his phone number a zillion times on the internet before. And he got himself a free fucking $26 pizza. That wasn't no cheap ass, special like $6.99 special pizza from Little Caesars. That was a hell of a that was their top prime pizza at the time. And I think it kind of is now, isn't it? I think it is. So anyways, apparently Rebel is June 16th. So good morning, little buddy. I did try to send you a dono, and it said blocked. Well, it didn't say blocked. It said incomplete, unable to send, because he blocked me. He wanted donos, and he blocked me. Come on now. Block me. I have been very disciplined and restrained. Well, not always, but for the most part. So AC, yes, I did send a pizza to Rick Crude. I got the video proof of it and all of that. Somewhere I probably still got the receipt. I got my old phone. It's on my old phone. So I sent him a pizza. I did. It was it was 2 years ago. Then he wanted a Happy Meal. I said I was going to give him a Happy. I didn't get him. I did give him a Happy Meal once. I just wired him the money because it was a troll. Over Hillbilly Man, I know you're watching this still. I seen your comment earlier. So after after I put his picture out because he kept egging me on for over 9 months to do it. I finally just said, okay, fine. And that was a screenshot. Y'all know I don't put pics up of people that don't do screenshot or cam slips or just them showing their picture on a YouTube panel. So you'll never find a picture of somebody on like freaking Instagram or Facebook or what the fuck ever. Don't swear on my channel. Wait, that's me. Never mind. But you know what I'm saying? So I tried to send this dude a dono, and it didn't go through because he had me blocked a long time ago. Damn. Damn. I got relentless shit for sending him headphones. Okay. which is actually something he can use, unlike a frickin' waffle from IHOP with not even a little capsule of butter, not even fake butter, or nothing, not even a napkin. Well, you probably don't need a napkin if you don't have any syrup or butter. Just saying. I didn't do that shit to him. I sent him something he could use because he was all crackling and noisy, and he got all bent out of shape about that. I never heard the end of that. I never heard the end of that. Never. I was actually being nice to this kid. Well, he's not a kid, but you're not a kid anymore. And I just got holy hell. I got shitted on. And that's okay. That is okie dokie. Okay? Smokey? Because you guys know me, that I don't take any of this shit personal. I don't. Okay? I just don't. I casually asked Bert if he's done calling me a PDF file on Shiva's chat the other day, and he didn't answer me. You know? It was just a question. Inquiring minds want to know. Are you done doing that? He finally stopped calling everybody on the shit show that. Finally. After a year of doing that. Well, he called them, specifically, he didn't call them PDFs, he called them predators. But it's the same damn thing, it's a word differently. So he finally stopped doing that. I said, are you done doing that to me? Are you done doing that to me? I guess not. But Prime did, and who was in my chat earlier, I guess he got timed out, being a dickwad again. But he did defend me. He defended me. And said, no, Brad is not, I'm not a PDF file, which is not true. He said that over and over again until somebody, I think, timed him out on See You Soon at Your House's channel. So, anyways, which is that other channel. He had another channel called The Tyrannical Bird, and that's the one that he was not able to get back because he got guide. As far as I stand correct us. He got guideline strikes on that channel, and it is hard to come back. Listen, you're talking to a guy who lost one of his channels with 900 subs, more than 900 at the time. I think it's dropped below that now. It's like 800 something, but who cares? Who's counting? But I lost that channel because of a guideline strike. Or no, yeah, it was a guideline strike. It was considered to be what do they call? How do they word that exactly? It was it was like their highest level of community guidelines strikes that exist. So it's like an instant channel takedown. They don't even give you like strike. They don't give you multiple. It's one and done. It's grand slam. It's in the ballpark, next ballpark over. I mean, long gone. It's beyond the nosebleeders. This is not a home. I fought like hell and got that channel back. I did. I told you guys how I did it too. And I did it without having to hire a lawyer, take him to federal court, because that shit doesn't work. That's been proven time and time again, because we check the little box to agree to their terms of service, it's like reading microprint. Who's going to read all that shit anyway? We're not. And then that's how they cook your goose on here. They reserve the right to nuke our channel at any time for any reason, with or without cause. They own our channels. We lease them, or we borrow them from Google. That's how the game works. That's just how it works, guys. Big surprise. So, anyways, if you're gonna give AC shit for sending a pizza to Thorpe's, you might as well give me shit too, because I sent one to Rick Rude. I didn't drop it off to him, mind you, but I did send it to him. Yes, I did. And let's see here. I can't think of what else to talk about, guys. I'm having a great time here, though. Ollie of a time. And I can't stick. I got on a 12-hour shift to go tonight, so it's gonna be a bitch. But that's okay. One more to go, and I'll get a couple days off. So, anything else you guys want to talk about? So I didn't know, June 16th is... Let me ask you, Rebel, why don't you just use your regular account? I mean, I don't. What gives? You have a wrench. Damn it! It's not called a wrench. It's called a shield. You have a shield on your other channel. I think I gave like whatever channels you have got them on my channel. Literally everybody has them. Just not everybody has the big one. The manager, whatever the fuck it is. Don't swear on my channel. Thingamajigger. Whatchamacallit? Gobbledygook. The shield, which used to be a wrench. Same damn thing. Hey, Gregory, cameraman, 1970 iTalk. What's up, bro? Daniel Barry Sports Highlights never comes on my channel. He's never been on my channel before. Never comes on here. He'll get on Nemesis's channel. He'll get on every single other. He will not come on my channel. And I've even been on his channel. That's not fair. That's not right. Don't sit there and tell me life's not fair and then you die. Okay, I get that. There's no debating that. I'm just saying, why can't I get him on my channel? Anyways. Those reports will only help, not hurt me. Okay. So you do you, dude. Anyways, I tried again. Can you unblock me from your channel, Rebel? I just want to be unblocked from your channel so I can hang out. We should hang out again. I would love to let me get on your panel again. Don't go and fetch Steph. Don't get Bird. Polly Crispy's a dumbass. You can go get him. But no Rada. Remember when it was hate. Kane got you there, dude. You were hate bonding. You did hate bond with Rada. And how many? That guy actually pulled up on you. He pulled up on you, and then they went to the wrong building at like 12 o'clock in the morning, some shit like that, trying to find your actual apartment number. That's called going IRL, right? Abe, stop. Come on, let me on your channel. Let's do this. Let's have some fun. There was one time he was like, "Oh, Abe's that bitch because he won't get in my channel." Oh, that's right. I've got him blocked. Well, duh. Duh. Oh, my God. The police department saw you people as the joke. They never once took you people seriously. Well, the police department doesn't take any of this shit seriously, so there's that. Anyways, I mean, I gotta talk to the FBI, okay? They called me up on the phone 3 years ago, want to know why the fuck, don't swear on my channel, some guy known as Rick Crude is calling them up, well, actually it was Homeland Security, and bitching me out. I'm like, I can assure you guys I'm not a sleeper cell from ISIS or any kind of shit like that, so you don't got to worry about me. And you already know they run your name, and they run all your shit before they talk to you anyway. They run you through NCIC, and they run you through all that other shit. They screen you throughout. They screen you for terrorism and all that other shit, too. All of it, I guarantee you. They run you globally. See if you're wanted somewhere else. And if you're like some sort of a foreign spy or something. And as long as your name isn't Mike Cerrone, you're good to go. Okay? And I had to sit here and explain to this agent on the phone why this guy keeps calling all these police departments, sheriff's departments, state agencies, and now moving on to federal, okay, about me. And thanks to Rick Crude, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security investigations, say that 10 times fast, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation now know what the Plainfield tornado was, you fucking moroff. Like they care. Well, I mean, if they're interested, hey, maybe they're interested in the weather. Maybe they're into the weather. I don't know. They also know that Winnebago County Sheriff's had a hazmat team from 1980, I think it was, until 2015. Shout out. Kudos. Again. Like they're going to give a flying fuck. I don't speak for them. Okay? I don't speak for them. But why was I not thrown in Fort Leavenworth for that one? Remember, mind you guys, he said the reason I was gone from YouTube for 2 years is because I was harassing some guy on the CB radio in California. You fucking degenerate douchebag dotardic Nimrod. No, and no some more. I got off of YouTube because I felt like getting off of YouTube. And if I disappear tomorrow again, and I'm gone for a long ass time again, that doesn't mean I was taken into federal custody for harassing people on the CB radio in California. Fucking A. Oh my God. Well, he got his ham radio license revoked and suspended, he did. Even Bedtime Clown and the rest of them were running with that one. Bedtime Clown's bedtime. No, I didn't. I still have it. I've had that thing since I was in freaking high school. I was I was a sophomore in high school when I got that thing. Okay? I'm a little bit older than that, mind you, today. I'm getting gray hair too, actually, starting. That's sad. Anyways, hey, chicks need guys that have a little bit of gray in their beard. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out the hard way, right? One of these days. Happy Hippie. I heard he was in recovery. Hope he's doing all right. Actually, that's what him and Wolverine Transparency were among the first channels I remember. I think ASMR landed on, I think. Pauly Crispy came from... where did Pauly Crispy come from? He came from one of those... AFA, wasn't it? Wasn't it Accountability for All's channel? Didn't he come from there? Harry Balls and Corrosive and... who's the other one? Harry Balls, Biff Thunder Muffin, came from Masshole. Okay. Tay's Auditors Laugh Like Hell. I'm gonna get shit for this, but Crazy Dingo. I like Crazy Dingo. I've always liked Crazy Dingo. And I know I don't know if he probably don't like me, but that's okay. I still like the guy. Tay's shout out. Anyways, he won't come to my channel either, but that's okay. Abe has YouTube cooties. Anyways, it really feels like we're like at that like grade level, that mentality on here, doesn't it? Sometimes, guys. TOS. What do you think? A Happy Hippie. I thought you were talking about the guy Happy Hippie or Happy Wanderer. Who's what I'm thinking of. I know Happy Hippie. This one is a gal, not a guy. I've seen plenty of her videos. I have. But yes. So anyways, where are we at here? So Wandering Hippie. Thank you very much. Yes, that guys. You had like a major medical thing done, like a life-threatening operation. Was it this heart or something? Wasn't it like open heart? So I'm glad he pulled through. I'm glad he survived. You know, shout out to him. Shout out to him. You never know how these things are going to go, guys. I'm telling you, you just never know. Okay, guys, I don't know what else to talk about. I got to get out of here. You guys want to talk about anything? I really got to get out of here in just a minute. Everybody, yes, we're all going to face the Grim Reaper. Yes, we are. I am going to die. Each and every one of the chat is going to die. And we will, this is the inevitable. This is no escaping this. Because no one is forever. Nothing is forever. And the older you get, the more self-awareness you should have, unless you're a daredevil, you know, that realizes that we are all going to go through this. Each and every one of us has lost somebody we care about deeply. Show of hands, right here. I'm right there with you. It sucks. It's a shitty part of life. And the older you get, the more siblings that you'll lose, and friends, neighbors, everybody who just loves me. So there's the unconditional love that people have for me out here on YouTube. You know, all of it. But anyways, I don't know what else to say, guys. I don't know. I don't know why, if that really is Rebel, which I have no reason not to believe it isn't, because the way he's talking, that he wouldn't just use his regular channel. Because you're not blocked on my channel. I think he's got me Google. Maybe he's got me Google blocked. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I'm sorry, John. Nothing is forever. Nothing. is, and that's just it. That is just all it is. So, my life almost ended on YouTube when Rick Rude. How can I put this? This is very emotional for me to talk about. You have to understand, people. It's hard for me to talk about this. I have a Rick Rude Bandito motorcycle gang support club that I go to. I have a confession to make to every one of you, and I'm glad you're here. You need to hear this. Okay. And now, Deep Thoughts with Jack Handy. Rick Rude once said and made a video that he clipped from some motorcycle dudes riding their bikes in Rockford, Illinois. A video easily found on YouTube, mind you, in a reverse video search on the internet. Free at that. And he clipped that video and put it up on a video on his channel that it was the end of the road for good old Honest Abe, because the Banditos were coming his way. When the Banditos are coming and knocking. That was the end of the road. It was one and done. Abe is going to get smoked out today. Not just iced out, mind you. He's going to get smoked. Okay? Abe's getting smoked. So, Honest Abe, and I'm not kidding you, I did do this. I made a pitcher of lemonade, and I made a raspberry iced tea pitcher, and I brought it out and put it on a TV. I set up my front porch, and I put it on a TV tray, an old TV tray I still have to the present day. And I sat there and worked on my computer that day for over 4 hours. I sat there waiting for these Bandito motorcycle, hard asses to just come take me out of the equation. And I figured, look, if these guys are going to show up with their hand grenades and silver blades, hi-ho, hi-ho, ho, 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 it's Christmas in July. Shout out to Hallmark. That if this is the end as we know this, it's the end as we know it, and I feel fine. That Rick Rude and his Bandito motorcycle gang, and him being a federal agent of all kinds that he says he is, an ordained minister, okay, through Universal Life Church, right? All right. Didn't Shiva once do that? Didn't Shiva once ordain a pickle or some shit like that? It's a long time ago. Anyways, him or somebody did that. But my point being is, I figured if this is the last day on Earth that I have, okay, it's one and done. Rick's got the Banditos coming my way, because anybody that's involved in any of that shit's gonna brag about it on YouTube drama panels. You bet, no question. Him having been former Marine Force recon, involved in the final assault of Osama bin Laden himself in that fortress in Pakistan, or wherever, I think it was Pakistan, wasn't it? Something like that. Working alongside the bros on SEAL Team 6. Just don't tell Don Shipley I said that. But I did. But him working alongside the Banditos while he was still in boot camp and getting his dishonorable discharge for stealing military shit and selling it on the black market like he said he was, of course he's going to brag about that shit on the internet. And the one guy who was really on SEAL Team 6, that is, his cohort that was on SEAL Team 6, who finally took out bin Laden and published that book, which I have a copy of at home, mind you. I forget his name, but he was, a real SEAL and all that. Well, and he became a top seller, okay, like a number one seller. That guy raking in the money off of that book. And you know he had somebody else write it for him. He just told the story, right? I'm sure they got their royalties. Probably still do. This is a number of years ago, though. This is a while ago. But what my point with this is, just like it was in my last panel, somebody that did something as heroic, unsung, for the honor of the greater good, okay? The civic duty, the sky is falling, the apocalyptic zombie attack is unavoidable. It's inevitable, okay? We're all screwed. For get your crucifix, okay? Forget your Uzi. Get your crucifix. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, you better shut your door. 5, 6, better get your crucifix. 7, 8, before it's too late. 9, 10, Freddy's Rick Crude's coming again. So I guess what I'm trying to get, you better make sure those bullets are lead. They better be solid lead. Okay? That or a stake through the heart. Clip that 420. Stake through the heart is the only way, and I mean the only way, you're going to fight off them zombies. And Rick Crude did just that. Part of Marine Force Recon. Yes, sirree, Bob. Sure shit did. And it is true that Huckleberry, she prevented further mayhem. It continued relentless the Cold War when she enlisted in the Minnesota Army Guard, National Guard, in 1991. That's how the whole thing came to a screeching. When they saw, when the Soviets saw that who signed that dotted line but never went in, okay, but took her rifle apart in front of that, her CO, which was a sergeant. I think that'd be an NCO. But neither here nor there, which became the rank of a captain who was the commanding officer of the base. I think she means commissioned officer. But I'm not a military strategist. Don't take it for a not. Okay? I just happen to know a little bit of information, which turned out to be a full-fledged general. Okay? Maybe a 5-star, maybe a 6-star. Maybe that was the dude who was our first 6-star general, you betcha. 10-4, good buddy. Breaker 19. Breaker. I mean, come on, this shit out here is basically a glorified CB radio anyway. Just a modern one, that. Takes less intuition and skill and to put up a radio antenna and get it tweaked and peaked and crank the MOSFETs, turn up the pots, the potentiometers to get maximum deviation and all that shit. So you can dump some strong carriers on people with your beam antenna. Yeah, that shit. But what I'm driving at here is you guys have to understand what Rick Rude did for you and I, okay? So when he wasn't, this is how it works in the Marine Corps. Ask Nemesis. Sergeant Lawless, he was in the Marines. Yes, both of them two dudes. Just ask both of them. B1 out there has got multiple medals from multiple wars and all that shit. What he says. But my point is, during peacetime, mind you, but my point is, again, Rick Crude, okay, being former Marine Force Recon, which is part of the Special Forces, which it is. The Air Force has Special Warfare. The Army has the Rangers and the Green Berets. You've heard the song. Have him, or was it? It's the song Green Berets. Okay? That song was made in lieu of Rick Crude's honor because of him being Marine Force Recon while he was still in boot camp. Okay? While he was still in boot camp. I've explained this to you how many times? How many times, y'all? And we're gonna get this. You're gonna get this down pat. One of these are gonna pop quiz, especially for you, AJM. How you doing? Good morning. Good to see you. Now I'm telling you. All right, I'm telling you. That's how the military works. You see, they handpick these candidates. Rick Rude was there's nobody that does it like him. Nobody. Thank God for that. We'd all be in big trouble. Let me tell you. Might as well toss in the towel, sort of wave that white surrender flag before you even fire the first bullet or cannon. That's game over, one and done right there. If I roasted, toasted, burnt to a crisp, flip me on the other side because I'm done cooking this side. I got too deep grill marks. Thank you very much. Toon says the driving cat driving over cliff. Okay, it's like land shark. Okay, land shark getting the dame. Who's there? Candygram. Anyways, I'm trying to tell you people that is how the Marine Corps, that is how the Army, the Air Force, that is how the Navy, now the Space Force, okay, now the Space Force, the Coast Guard, the National Guard, they pick the most elite of the elite from people that can't even spell the word receipts, and they spell recipes instead, in all caps. Okay? All caps. Screw punctuation. It takes too much time and energy and effort to do that one. But see, this guy was so on his game, he didn't have to take an ASVAB. He skipped right over it. They said, you're good. You got 100. You got 111%. Your score is 111 on the ASVAB. You, sir, can have whatever job you want in this Marine Corps. You've seen the movie Few Good Men? You've seen the movie Jarhead? What is it called? Full Metal Jacket. Perfect example of this. Perfect example. That was one based in Vietnam. All right, so you've seen these movies, and you know Rick is a prime candidate for all of this shit. Okay, Huckleberry's especially her. Could you see? Thank God she didn't get a real rifle. We'd be reading about that in the newspaper. I mean, she would pump that entire base full of lead. With those hot tempers she's got. But no, I'm telling you, the way the military does, where's Albert Mell? Where's my buddy Trump set out there? Where is he at to spam my chat? I don't think he got blocked. He might have, I don't know, I'll have to go check. Somebody probably got tired of shenanigans and said, yeah, fuck this. Block! I have to go check this channel and see. But that's something that Connie could do. He could go enlist he could go in the military, the National Guard. Sure he could. Yes. Doesn't the Air Force, Space Force take him up to 42 now, isn't it? 43. You could be 43 and go with the Space Force, the Air Force. Perfect. You're set. Anyways, you compete with recruit. So that'll give you some real serious discipline, no doubt. I do not doubt that one, not for 1 second. Not one bit. Do you think he'd redefine UA or AWOL? You're probably more familiar with AWOL. UA means unauthorized absence in the Navy and the Marine Corps. So anyways, maybe Sergeant Lawless and Nemesis could teach him, kind of put him through the ropes. As a prerequisite or something for that. I don't know, just spitballing here. But anyways, so the way I understand it is this, and I learned this from none other than Rick Rude. And nobody, I don't care who you are, knows how it works other than him, because he did all this while he was still in boot camp. So, what he did is he got to bypass a recruiter. I've got a video clip of him saying he never went to go see a recruiter. So he skipped that. He skipped that process. He didn't have to go talk to the used car salesman, which, hey, they're military. I respect them all, but you got to really read the fine dotted lines on that shit before you sign up for it. Trust me, I tell you this. My point is this: Rick Rude bypassed a recruiter. He bypassed the ASVAB exam. He never went to MEPS. And he just went right straight to boot camp. And while he was in boot camp, he was too good for it, see? He was too good for it. And they went ahead and made him a reconner. He was already in reconnaissance, which is, again, special forces. Those are the elitist of the elite, is seriously in that branch. You do not get any better. It's like 14. Is it? I don't know what the percentage rate is, but whatever percentage rate of the Marine Corps are recon guys is got to be pretty few and far between. And Rick Crew did all of that and so much more. He was all that in a bag of chips. Well, he was a bag of chips, all right. Let me tell you. Tommy D's in the house. What's up, man? Bruh. All right. So Rick Brood got, again, he was already Marine Force Recon while he was in boot camp. Of course. That was weak. That was his first 5 minutes in there. Okay, they saw all the other dudes in there that were going in when he went in, and they said, no, some more. You are now Marine Force Recon. Congratulations. And that's how it all came to be, you see? That's how it all happened. And then that helped him establish his career as part of a police task force, which is so secret, he can't tell you what it is. Okay? He can't disclose that information. If he told you, he would have to kill you. Better clip that, 420. Better clip that. We'll clip it. And clip it good. Now. You was clipping. So anyways, I hope that clears whatever up with you guys. We all know the truth now. The truth shall not set you free in this case, but it was still a story to tell, is what it was. But anyways, Rick got to skip all of this training that people have to sit there and grind away at. How long is Marine Force Recon Academy training? How long does that last for? Somebody out there got the answer. Quick, fast, Google. I'm sure it's over a month. But he got a waiver from his recruiter. Oh, wait, no, he never went to go see a recruiter. Never mind that. He just walked right in there, and that's it. He was in. Just like that, boom. And I'll tell you, the aluminum cans on that base were nowhere to be found, and neither were the road signs, inside joke. They right off the poles. Anyways, so there is that. Ah, shit. I love doing this. You guys know I love doing this shit, don't you? I do. Yes, I do. What's copper wire? Yes, there is a surplus. There is a shortage of surplus of copper in the Department of Defense and they're going to use what do they call it? The National Defense Act or whatever it is to force metal factories to produce mass copper for all of the military branches because Rick Brood set foot in them. Yes, and the copper is the spools of copper mysteriously showed that was part of his dishonorable discharge, you see, because he got caught stealing copper on the base. No, scratch that. No, it was secret missions abroad. While he was still in boot camp, he got deployed to all kinds of secret missions he can't talk about, see? Can't talk about it. So because of that, we'll never know. But just understand this. Just take my word for it. Please don't. Please don't. You'll do yourself a major freaking disservice, let me tell you. So anyways, what else is there? Rick finally settled down, though. He finally settled down. And all of the running drugs for the cartel in Mexico, the Aryan Brotherhood, the KK, even though he's half Mexican, he's half Hispanic, half white. So, of course, he was in the Aryan Brotherhood and the KK. Of course. He walked in there and they're like, that's it, brother. You're in. You are one of us now. Here's your cloak. God help us. Again. And of course, somebody that did all of that would become what he became. I still haven't figured out what that is, but I'm probably never going to. Now, he was an armed guard. He did do that for a little over a year, I think it was. And we all, again, just because it went down the way it did and he lost it, he still got it. Yeah, he didn't really actually get it, but the point is, this guy is another smoking gun and loose cannon. You don't want a guy like this carrying a gun. I'm sorry. You don't want, this is a very bad mix. It's like mixing ammonia with bleach. You just do not do it. A lethal plume shall emerge. Then you got yourself a real hazmat spell on your hands. Let me tell you. But to end this story, to wrap it up, with him and with this live stream, there's like 30 people. Now you guys are making me feel guilty because I'm gonna end this shit. Okay, but again, all things come to an end. But listen, guys, listen. Of everything that he said he did that he never did, I mean that he says that he's done, okay, he decided to settle down in his later years. By the time he was 52 or 53, I think he's in mid-50s. By the time he was like 51, okay, 51, because he was also in Area 51 too. Shh, don't tell anybody. Okay, now if you don't hear from me again, you know, Men in Black got me. Okay, this is some real shit. This is some Bohemian Grove shit. Okay, burning of the owl ceremony and all that kind of stuff. Okay, this is like G20 summit we're talking here. This is in real deep. Illuminati, Illuminati stuff, man. The pyramid with the eyeball in the back of the $1 bill, it's a Masonic symbol, man. I'm telling you. This might really be it for me, guys. I'm serious. I put out way too much information today than I should have. And I'm scared, I'm fearful of that. Fear factor. So I shall go in hiding at my undisclosed location and go to the Golden Arches. Before I do so, however. But Rick settled down in his later years. He got shacked up with Huckleberry, then Black Rose now, 21843. And they lived happily ever after. God help us if they reproduce. I hope they don't. We don't want any more of them, trust me. We do not want any more of either of those two. Between the two of them is more than enough than any of us can handle. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Cannot do it, will not do it, refuse to deal with any more than one of them. That's all. Forget the planet, forget the solar system and the galaxy. We're talking deep intergalactic space here, guys. Okay, Star Wars shit. Okay, Star Wars. Forget Star Trek. But when he calmed down in his later years, he decided to become an ordained minister. You see, after all of these things he's done, all of this, that's not on his resume, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't work anyway. But my point is, he settled down and he became an ordained minister at Universal Life Church. Hallelujah. Okay? Every church that's around him slams and locks their doors when he comes around. But I was going to say something else, but I'm going to hold reservation on that. 420 Moon might be clipping this. But I guess my point is, that is everything in a nutshell that we all strive so hard to be. Okay? All right? We want to be the good guy. we want to be like Robin Hood. We want to be like Schneidely Whiplash. Okay? We also we want to be Walker, Texas Ranger. Shout out Chuck Norris. We want to be, even though it's a cheesy 90s show. Well, he was in Delta Force, remember? That was a good movie in the 80s. But, and he was a real MMA fighter. I mean, Rick Rude's all way beyond that. Mike Cerrone's got a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Rick Rude tops that. He's got himself a pink belt. He's got him a pink belt. That's Way above that, okay? Somewhere up there. Don't ask me where, but just take my word for it. So there's nobody that does it better than him, or worse, whichever way you look at it. It's opposites day, guys. That's why it's like Freaky Friday. It's like, well, it's even though it's Tuesday. Still, just pretend, okay? Make believe. Black Sheep Squadron. I remember that show. That he was on. He was part of that too. That's exactly what he did. Yes, he did. The absolute freaking. Oh yes. He can't talk about it. See, it's totally hush hush. So now that we've covered all this, all the ground on this, and I don't think there's anything more else to be said. It's already been said. I need to do some holy things, and I need to become an ordained minister. And I'm going to see about doing it the right way, though. You know what I mean? Going through an actual, like, real church. That would be interesting. And getting it like that. That would be the PhDs of ordained ministerships. And with that, oh yes, oh certainly. Why not? Okay, why not? Why climb Mount Everest? Because it's there. Rick's already done that and back at least 3 times. Okay, 3 times. With 1 leg. Okay? Again, there's nothing this man cannot do. Nothing. Ask Black Rose. She's a suck-assed. I mean, she's you know, she's his hula gal. I mean, she's his savior, his messiah from above. Okay? But anyways, I only wish I could become half a man as that. Get my ordained ministership through the Universal Life Church, and then call it a day. Call it. You've already done your civic duty. Okay, here and back. There's nothing more that would complete this world and this life other than that. I still haven't figured out what the hell that is, but it doesn't matter. What's the diff? Okay, what's the diff? Oh, I swear to God. I told you guys can't make this shit up. So I already went and did that to you. In the fast lane? There is that too. There is. Well, anyways. If I don't get out of here, I'm gonna keep doing this all. I don't have the time. But I'm gonna do a panel again. Probably in a couple of days I'll do a panel, and we'll do it again. We'll kick it. We'll have some fun. It'll be great. I'm looking forward to it, guys. And it'll be sometime at night. And it all depends on who's like live and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like if there's some big names that are going live, oh screw that. I am not going live. However, if nobody is really going live in a couple of damn days, maybe even tomorrow night, I don't know, we'll see what happens. I'll do a panel and we'll have some fun. Good, I go. And we'll abso-freaking-ly do this. Everybody always gets along so nicely on my channel. I can't put it to words, so I'm not going to. Okay, I'm not going to. But it's been a minute since I did a panel. I realize I do a lot of these, these solo stream monologues, whatever you want to call them. All about Abe. Shout out. But yeah, all of that. We will go live, and we will go live in Leo of 420 Moon. That would be not just cool, that would be real cool. What do you guys think? Should we do it? I'm thinking, I'm loving it. But I'm actually thinking about having some food, folks, and fun here. Well, I guess drive-through. And holy cow, there is a lot of cars in this drive-thru. So I'm going to be here for a minute. So anyways, you guys have never heard me order food, have you? I always end up getting extra, I get these extra pies and things once in a while for some of my coworkers. I mean, they return the favor. They get me stuff too. So anyways, maybe I should, would you guys like to do that? Hang on a second here. Hang on a second. I am going to go through the drive-thru here and you can hear me. And I'm going to end this live stream. Today I'm going to go with I think a biscuit. I'm not sure. Let's see here. Ready, guys? Here we go.
Hi, using my watch today.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you.
That's great. I would like to get a number 3.
Okay.
And then I'd like to get 2